I'm going to, before I go though, just show you a couple of other things here. One of the things that you need to know is how do you share your project with other people. This is the most important thing, is being able to show people what you've done. So one of the ways is being able to export a movie file. And there's a couple of options here. One of them is just to export your regular QuickTime movie. You can actually export directly here to Flash or to an image sequence as well. And then the other thing is that you can select the compression settings that are set on your computer. So, you know, these are all accessible from your QuickTime compression settings. So if you have Final Cut on your computer, you'll have a different set of compression settings here to work with. And then you can also, on the bottom, you can print the time code directly on your scene if you want to see the time code. You can print the scene name and the panel number. You can also print your project safety on there as well. And I'm not actually going to do that one right now. But the last thing I should mention before I leave that one is that from the export movie option, you also have the export one movie clip per scene. And you might be wondering why this is useful. But it's useful if you're going to different softwares than the ones that we interact with. Because sometimes if you're going to go, like we have from Storyboard Pro, we have an export to FBX that will allow you to import into your 3D software. We have an export to Harmony, which lets you continue in with your Harmony. And then we have the export to SWF for Flash. But sometimes you might be working with a software that we haven't really, you know, interacted with before. And then if you do one movie clip per scene, then each scene is going to have its own file, and you can start a new scene in that other software and just import your movie in, and that's like your basis to keep on working on top of. So, and then if you're working with us, remember I mentioned we have the export to Toon Boom down here. And then if you're working in 3D, we have the export to FBX. And when you do your export to FBX, just like with the one movie clip per scene option, it creates a new FBX file for each scene, so that you can just open that up in your 3D software and start working in 3D right away. So now what if you want to get your first working edit? That's what the EDL AAF XML file is for. This is for if you want to work in Final Cut or if you want to work in Premiere. And a lot of times what people do is they take their storyboard and they export it to their editing software as their first cut of whatever they're doing. So then as they're working, they can import the final stuff on top of it, and then that's going to be their final edit. Okay, and then the last thing is the export to PDF. So I guess I'll just do a 3-panel vertical here to show you, and we can do all the scenes. Why not? And so when you export it, it has a really good scene name that I made there, and then you have a thumbnail image of your panel on the left-hand side, and then you have whatever action notes on the right-hand side belong with that one, as well as some information about the duration of the scene in the panel at the top. And all of this stuff is customizable. You can change the logo up here. This is the scene name. You can change the number of panels that are going to show here, which captions are going to show. You can have hidden captions. You can see here when you have a camera movement, it shows the in and out points of your camera there, and so on and so forth.